From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. We are tracking still some wintry weather. Snow levels around 1,500 feet for this morning, but it is exiting our area. Still some snow left over in the Blue Mountains, also in the far stretches, the far reaches of northern Franklin County and Walla Walla County. But don't you worry, we have another round of rain and snow that's going to impact us into this afternoon and evening. Right now, visibility is tough in Pendleton. It's not looking too good in Yakima or for Snoqualmie Pass. So in those areas, you would want to take it slow on the roadways for multiple reasons, and not just because of the reduced visibility, but also because there could be some slick roadways out there, as these temperatures are right around freezing for this morning, right around freezing in the foothills, technically 2 degrees above freezing in the Tri-Cities, and 1 to 3 degrees above freezing in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. We'll have a chance for more valley snow this evening. Tough, very tough mountain pass traveled through early Sunday, especially up in the Cascades. And another winter storm system is lined up in Monday and Tuesday. I'll tell you what that one could be all about coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, people running from a burning apartment building in Kennewick straight into the freezing rain. This is fire crews battle the flames. Monique Ledesma with the report. And an investigation based on allegations that students in Ellensburg face discrimination and harassment while at school has reached a verdict, what the district must now implement. Plus, officials saying the mysterious drones over New Jersey might not even be drones. We have the latest developments. Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Friday, December 13th. Happy Friday the 13th. We're going to start with new information this morning. Fire officials are working to find out what caused a Kennewick apartment building to burst into flames. The fire happened at the Lakeside Apartments last night, and this is located at the corner of Clearwater and North Edison. Our Monique Ledesma says people living in the building ran out into the freezing rain, many with just the clothes on their backs.
Good morning. We arrived here moments before fire crews arrived to the apartment fire here at Lakeside Apartment. When we got here, we saw people running out carrying their pets, some with no shoes, others with no shirts, and smoke pouring out of that roof. The call for help came in just after 7:30 last night at the Lakeside Apartments on the 5100 block of West Clearwater Avenue and North Edison Street. Fire crews from Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, and Benton County Fire District 1 all responded to the scene. With that kind of response, Kennewick police officers shut down most of North Edison Street so first responders could get to the apartments faster. Thick black smoke was pouring out from the roof. Firefighters running into the building, helping people get themselves and their pets safely outside. Fire crews battled fire both on the ground and up in the attic. At least 2 of the apartments are not able to be lived in due to the extensive damage from smoke, fire, and water. No one was hurt. As for people who are now without their homes, KFD Battalion Chief Connor Webb says the Red Cross is going to help them, but they'll also need to do a few more things.
For us, we'll have our prevention division will come out and investigate tomorrow in the daylight. For the residents, they'll work through the insurance process and work through with the building manager to figure out where they're going next. And then the building they'll have to contact their insurance to secure it and get it all boarded up.
A restoration crew has arrived to the scene and they're working on boarding up the scene. The fire is still under investigation. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma for Good Morning Northwest.
Thank you, Monique. In a follow-up now, the cleanup continues at the Les Schwab Tire Center in Yakima after a fire earlier this week caused nearly $500,000 in damage. The fire broke out Tuesday around 6:30 in the morning on First Street, It took fire crews several hours to put out the fire, and access in the area was shut down to allow firefighters to work most of the day. Captain Jeremiah Stilley says the fire was contained to just one building, and the cause appears to be an electrical issue in nature. There was a shelter in place issued for people who live or worked near the fire. Captain Stilley says while no one was injured, the shelter in place was there for a big reason.
The one thing that we always have to keep in mind is how dangerous the exposure to that type of smoke is. Smoke coming from burning tires is very, very toxic. And obviously people were exposed, but there were no reported injuries and no reported fatalities.
Les Schwab is closed while they clean up the area, but it is expected to reopen for business on Monday. Now, the Justice Department has reached an agreement with the Ellensburg School District to resolve the department's investigation into allegations that students were harassed and discriminated against based on sex, race, color, and national origin. The investigation found that the district failed to take effective action despite being aware of an environment in which Black, Latino, and LGBTQ+ students experienced slurs, taunts, and physical assaults.
I would like to commend the Ellensburg School District for its full cooperation throughout the investigation and its commitment to improving the educational environment for students.
Under the settlement agreement, the school district will implement critical reforms, such as designating a district coordinator to oversee the effective resolution of reports of harassment. The Tri-City Dust Devils are now under new ownership. The team announced that longtime owner Brett Sports agreed to sell the team. The new owner is Diamond Baseball Holdings, and according to the Dust Devils, DBH formed back in 2021. We spoke with the current general manager of the team, and he says DBH owns 41 teams in total. When asked if the new owners plan on moving the team, he said that's not something to worry about.
100% the team is staying in the Tri-Cities. This only brings that even further stability and makes that even a better scenario for us, is that the team is most definitely staying here. We'll still be affiliated with the Los Angeles Angels. Nothing in that front is changing at all. Yeah, baseball is very secure in Tri-Cities.
Ebert says not only is the team staying put, but also the staff members. And DBH wants to keep everybody in the organization. Overall, changes won't be seen right away as the team is not going to rush into anything. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, experts have been trying to figure out who's behind the mysterious drones that have been flying over New Jersey. But now officials are saying they might not even be drones. Eerie, right? Well, it is Friday the 13th, but we'll have the latest developments in a few minutes. But first, Josh will have your weather forecast. Keep it right here.
Hey babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE?
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes?
Dad, 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks. Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular.
We all have that friend with amazing skin. Don't just envy her. Get glowing skin of your own with a professional facial, customized just for you. Massage Envy, where better skin begins. Give the gift of me time this year with a gift card.
Why do people come to the University of Washington? They come here to find people who will inspire them, move them, change them. They come to solve big problems and prepare for careers where they can make a difference. They come to cheer on their Huskies in the greatest setting in college football. If you want to change the world, this is where you start. For passion, for possibility, be boundless.
This Christmas, let your home come alive with the sounds of joy from Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos. Whether you're gathering around for carols by the fire or watching little hands play their very first notes, there's magic in every melody. From grand pianos to keyboards, we have the perfect instrument to fill your holiday with music and memories that last a lifetime. So, as you celebrate the season, let the music of Christmas play on. Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos. Life's more fun when you know how to play.
Meet the traveling trio, each helping to protect their money with Chase. Tools that help protect. Alerts that help check. One bank that puts you in control. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Dishwasher on the fritz? laundry, giving you fits, a water heater that quits. In a world without Culligan, hard water makes life harder. Get a Culligan softener, the world's best. Put your water worries to rest.
U.S. Cellular has the incredible new iPhone 16 Pro.
The first iPhone built for Apple Intelligence.
Spread the word.
And don't forget camera control. It'll blow you away.
Get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
John Benet Ramsey. How close are they now to finding a killer? Tonight on a breaking new 2020, the all-new ABC News interview with John Benet's father.
Do you think you know who the killer is?
The new 2020, tonight on ABC.
A portion of the news is sponsored by Kubota.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have this wind advisory that's in place for the Blue Foothills. It goes from 4 p.m. this afternoon to 10 in the morning on Saturday. By our estimations, winds could gust upwards of 40 miles per hour within this area. And then also we have a winter weather advisory in place for the Cascades, for the Kittitas Valley, for the Yakima Valley, also for the Blue Foothills of Morrow County. Those are being grouped together, and that time frame would be 4 p.m. this afternoon to 10 in the morning on Saturday. And then for the Blue Mountains above 4,500 feet in Umatilla County, and for that little slice of Walla Walla County, that goes from 8 p.m. on Friday to 7 in the morning on Sunday. Keep that in mind when we show you this. This is what past conditions already look like. Okay, this is I-82 at Manistash Ridge. It's not looking too bad for right now, but I had a couple other, there we go, a couple others that were queued up. US 2 at Stevens Pass. It's slushy. Traction tires are advised. And then we'll take it down to US 97 at Sadies Pass. Slushy, traction tires advised. You can see the snow is mostly off to the side of the road, at least per this view from WashDOT. Take it down to Oregon, US 395 at the Battle Mountain Summit. Packed snow, you have to carry chains here. And then we have a couple more that are queued up. I-84 at Cabbage Hill, slushy, you have to carry chains. And then Tollgate at Oregon 204 is easily where we're seeing the worst conditions. I want nothing to do with that for this morning. Here's your day planner for lower elevations. Cold, temperatures in the 30s throughout the day. We'll start off fairly dry, but it's going to be after lunchtime in which we'll see the arrival of this next storm system. So for today, it's going to be cold, winds picking up out of the south and southeast, upwards of 30 miles per hour for the mountain ranges. And then for tonight, pretty widespread rain and snow, and the wind starting to pick up even more for the Blues and Foothills. I'll time everything out coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your national headlines this morning, the White House says it can't corroborate reported sightings of the large drones stoking fear in New Jersey. That's despite numerous reports and videos of them flying near places like the president-elect's golf club and a military site. Federal security officials say they've no evidence of a threat to public safety or national security. Now they're suggesting many of the aircrafts might not even be drones. Other officials say those answers aren't good enough. Amy Kiley has more.
They should be shot down if necessary.
As worries grow over drone-like aircraft spotted in New Jersey, federal security officials offered this assessment.
It appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
In other words, they might not be drones. Witnesses sound skeptical of that.
Another drone?
They'll just change direction, like go from like 90 to like 270 degrees, just like fly different directions, and planes obviously can't do that.
Some experts seem doubtful too.
Fixed-wing aircrafts don't stop and hover and then go dark and take off.
There's too many eyewitness accounts to say it's just a manned aircraft.
Whatever they are, security agencies seem unable to explain or stop them. They say they can't corroborate reported sightings.
There's another one up here.
Some New Jersey officials say the aircraft appear able to evade traditional radar and police helicopters.
They appear to actually avoid detection by traditional methods. So when our helicopter, our state police helicopter, has gotten close, lights go off and they go away.
The mystery has many demanding answers.
But how do you know there's no threat if you don't know much about it?
What are these drones doing in New Jersey? I can tell you what they're not doing. If they're Martians, I guarantee you they're not staying because the taxes are way too high.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Intelligence analyst John Miller says the military can shoot down a drone, but it could be dangerous in a populated area. He says it could land someplace and cause damage. And coming up next, changes are coming to the Tri-Cities' closest ski slopes, and Riley Fitzgerald has the breakdown from the Blue Mountains. That and your full weather forecast is after the break.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. This is an all-out battle as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best deals of the year. Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Get special 0% financing on a new Chevrolet during the final year and countdown from McCurley Chevrolet.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Welcome to Nissan. Are you interested in
test drive?
Absolutely.
There's the all-new Kicks, the new V6-powered Frontier, and the Nissan Rogue. Consumer Guide's Best Buy 10 years in a row.
Finished with all your holiday shopping?
We are now. Hurry in to the Nissan year-end sales event. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months, or get a low $279 per month lease on Rogue.
Sometimes, life is a funny way of turning sideways. Like when your kid decides they're a professional stylist the morning of picture day. Or when your to-do list isn't quite done.
You went to Rite Aid, right?
Or when you're sure you packed everything you need, but you actually need one more thing.
We forgot our prescriptions.
We
got you.
Are we happy?
We are happy.
Find everything you need?
Yep. Yeah, life never really goes the way you plan, but that's why we're here. It means more at Rite Aid.
Once, this table belonged to you. But when you decided to donate it to Goodwill, it transformed into their table, supporting before-school gatherings, cherished family dinners, and creative crafting sessions. Its impact stretches even beyond. Goodwill utilizes the proceeds from its sales to assist local individuals in overcoming employment hurdles, providing training and job placement services not only for individuals, but also for local businesses. And that's how one table can support the opportunity for everyone to create their own stories and memories. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today we'll have snow levels generally between 1,500 to 2,000 feet. Snow in the Cascades picking up around lunchtime. Maybe a snow shower in the upper Yakima Valley before 7 this morning, but a mostly dry start for the Valleys Basin and Blue Foothills and Mountains. Wet weather starts to pick up into the afternoon across the map, and then for tonight, snow levels will raise up to around 3,000 feet, but rain and snow coverage will peak during the mid to late evening. Maybe a quick burst of snow in the Kittitas Valley and upper Yakima Valley during the mid-evening, but back to rain by the late evening. Keeping it as rain tonight for Cabbage Hill. Will start to trend much drier across the map around midnight. For tomorrow, snow levels mostly hover around 3,000 feet. A dry start for the Kittitas Valley and upper Yakima Valley, but light showers elsewhere, including snow in the Cascades. Wet weather will start to pick up in intensity by the late morning to early afternoon, and we'll finally see that transition to snow by the late afternoon for Cabbage Hill. And then for tomorrow night, snow levels dropping back down to around 1,500 feet. Snow continues throughout the night for the mountains, but we'll see a drying trend across the board into the evening and overnight hours. Here's some of the snowfall totals that we're expecting over the next 48 hours. 6 to 12 inches of snow for Cascade passes, probably less than an inch for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. Not much doing for the basin, not much doing for the foothills. And then for the Blue Mountain passes, anywhere between 2 to 8 inches, with those higher totals being off of Oregon 204 at Tollgate. Here's some of the water totals we're anticipating for Friday and Saturday. You can see pretty equitable for the valleys and basin, a little bit more for the foothills and for the mountains. Then we do have a follow-up storm system. We're going to get a break in the action for Sunday, but a follow-up storm system into Monday and Tuesday. We'll talk more about that in a second. First, Temperatures, you can see they're going to be mostly seasonal over the next 7 days, a little bit warmer into Saturday and Sunday. But for this storm system into Monday and Tuesday, we're expecting maybe a little bit more lowland snow with these low snow levels, but probably less than an inch. A few more inches of snow for Cabbage Hill and for Snoqualmie Pass. And this one overall is looking like it's going to be a slightly drier storm system, but we'll have more time to tweak the details in regards to that. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A nice break in the action for Sunday before a cold rain on Monday, maybe freezing rain by Tuesday morning. In Yakima, a cold and partly cloudy day for Sunday, then potentially dealing with more wet and wintry weather Monday through Wednesday. In Ellensburg, the same cycle as Yakima, cold and some sunshine for Sunday, then snow and freezing rain possible Monday through Wednesday. In Hermiston, a bit of a reprieve on Sunday before more cold rain impacts us on Monday. Another chance for freezing rain on Tuesday. Then for Walla Walla, maybe a shower or two lingers for Sunday, freezing rain possible Monday morning, then a cold rain for the rest of Monday and Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. Now, the closest ski slopes to the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla have recently opened up, and we're talking about Ski Bluewood. Now, changes are starting soon, this on the proposed 2021 Master Development Plan. Our Riley Fitzgerald has the details from the Blue Mountains.
While skiers and snowboarders have already been hitting the powder at Ski Bluewood since the runs opened 2 weeks ago, the staff has been preparing for the plenty of upgrades to come. One change is going to lift the ski lodge even higher.
Now that the season has officially started, there are a few changes that are going to be coming to Bluewood in the next couple of years, including changing out this 3-seated lift for a high-speed quad.
So we have a fixed grip triple right now that takes us roughly 11.5+ minutes to get us to the top.
Ski Bluewood General Manager Pete Corfiatis says it's going to be a high-speed detachable quad that runs around 7.5 minutes.
Are you regular or goofy footed?
Beckett Mitchell has been up to Dayton to ski at least 10 times, he says. He's definitely excited about the new lift.
Are they putting in a high-speed quad? Is that what the lift is? We'll see about that. I really hope they do, honestly. I actually really want one, so.
Scott Silva has been snowboarding for 22 years and is from the Tri-Cities, but this is his first time at Ski Bluewood.
I think that's great. I mean, this is a great location, great amenities so far. But if they're changing some things, that's going to be for the better, I'm sure. I mean, faster lifts. These lifts are already pretty nice, but having a lot more options are going to be great.
Once that lift isn't being used, it will leave a shell at the lodge that'll turn into a ski school and rentals program, along with an expansion to the cafeteria. There's also the new food truck on site. Then, alongside all these updates, the potential for the business when there's not snow on the ground.
You know, Bluewood hasn't had a summer operating program, and so that's been a big push ever since I got here, was to get something established. And the big crux of that has been the lift itself. Our current lift doesn't really have an uploading or downloading foot traffic capacity on it, and so the new lift will enable us to be able to put that foot traffic on it, so we can have wedding events or corporate retreats or mountain biking, probably the biggest and the component most people want.
Meanwhile, the slopes are open through the season, ready for winter sports enthusiasts of all kinds. In Dayton, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Riley. And all that Bluewood is waiting on right now is the Forest Service approval, and the construction on the new high-speed quad could start as soon as April. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, you'd think that reality show contestants have it easy because, well, they're being paid to be on television. But according to complaints filed by those on Love is Blind, that's not the case. Coming up, we have what some of the people on your favorite reality show are going through.
Some of this year's best Christmas presents are just too big to fit under the tree, and they sure won't go here. No, some gifts are as big as the great outdoors itself, like the complete line of Echo Power equipment available at Liberty Lawn and Saw. No matter the wish, no matter the job, Echo has a tool to get the job done right, and at a price that won't break the bank. Plus, Echo's long-lasting eForce battery system quickly swaps from one great product to the next. So stop by Liberty Lawn and Saw in West Richland for the Echo of their dreams.
At the Pacific Clinic, we understand the juggle of parenthood. That's why the PC is your one-stop shop for all your health, sports, and medical needs. Schedule your appointments around your favorite group fitness classes and use our on-site childcare services.
From women's health to care for your little ones, we practice a comprehensive approach to keep your family feeling great.
With our quick and convenient scheduling, we'll get you in within the same week, often the next day. Call us today at 509-783-5465. Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
McCurry's been around so long. A lot of people bought their cars here. Our customers are somebody that wants to be able to come back to us after they buy that car for whatever reason.
Which is one of the reasons we do take so much effort in making sure that they're going to be drivable for a long period of time.
So it's your daily journey. And so it's a lot more than just purchasing or something or a quick transaction. We're going to be here tomorrow to help you with whatever's on the car. Buying pre-owned with McCurry means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a Subaru certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurry Subaru.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Be the first to see our all-new grand floating Christmas tree, with holiday getaways starting at only $246.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In entertainment news, a complaint filed by U.S. labor officials could change the game for reality show contestants.
The National Labor Relations Board have taken action against the producers of the Love is Blind reality show. They want participants to be classified as employees, making them eligible for worker protections.
And this comes after 2 Love is Blind contestants filed complaints. One said she feared for her safety after she was paired with somebody she said was aggressive and volatile.
Another contestant said his experience was awful and there was no mental health support. Reality show contestants often have to sign contracts with strict confidentiality restrictions.
A hearing is scheduled before an administrative law judge next April. And one of the most high-profile jobs in fashion has just been filled. After months of speculation, Chanel announced Matthew Blazy as its new artistic director.
He becomes only the 4th head designer of the French fashion house since it was founded back in 1910.
Most recently, Blazy spent more than 4 years with the luxury Italian label Bottega Veneta.
While there, his collections drew praise for their distinct vision and elevated playfulness, and his creative innovation has also led to sales growth.
The 40-year-old's appointment signals a visual update at Chanel and is believed to be an attempt to future-proof the brand. Blazy replaces Virginie Viard, who exited Chanel back in June. And coming up next, the city of Mabton didn't adopt a budget this time last year. And now with 3 weeks left in the year with no meeting set, they could be repeating that mistake. Emily Goodell with that exclusive report is in the next half hour, right after your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, a big change on the way for Apple products. Apple plans to switch to a homegrown chip for Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connections on iPhones, Apple TV, and other smart home devices starting next year. According to Bloomberg, Apple is also working on a standalone security camera. Netflix says its next Squid Game video game will be available to anyone, regardless of whether players have a subscription to the service. Users will be able to play Unleashed on both Android and iOS, but the free-for-all period will only be available for a limited time. And finally, WhatsApp says new upgrades are coming to its video calls. It's promising higher resolution stream for individual and group calls, and WhatsApp is adding new camera effects like puppy ears, an underwater filter, and even a karaoke microphone to make conversations more fun. Out of all of these upgrades, I think the karaoke feature is the vocal point. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not exactly street legal. If you don't have the right auto coverage, this could really blow your budget. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Pop-Tart. Crazy!
Did you know sweat from stress is actually smellier than other kinds of sweat? That's why I use Secret Clinical Antiperspirant. It works on sweat from stress, heat, and activity. It provides 3 times stress sweat protection. Secret works.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, it is Friday the 13th, but hopefully we don't have any unlucky weather. Hopefully it's good weather.
It's not going to be good weather. We have another storm system that's rolling in, but hey, here's a little bit of good luck. My forecast yesterday for the 3-degree guarantee, it hit. So I went with a forecast high of 37 degrees in Pasco. We can go ahead and take graphics full. I went with a forecast high of 37 degrees in Pasco. It had to fall between 34 to 40 degrees, the actual high, in order for the jackpot to grow, and it did. The actual high was 38 degrees. So now the jackpot is up to $50 total. So here's how it's going to work for today. If my forecast high of 38 degrees, if that verifies 3 degrees to either side, so if the actual high ends up being either 35 or 41 or somewhere in between, that means that the jackpot's going to grow up to $75. But if this doesn't pan out, if this forecast doesn't verify, then you, the viewer, could win the current jackpot of $50. So for more information on the contest, go to applevalleyNewsNow.com. Click on the contest section, or of course you could scan this QR code and find out all the information. Lots of weather to talk about this morning. We're seeing this round exiting stage right, but we have another round of rain and snow that we're going to deal with into this afternoon and evening into Saturday as well. So there's a winter weather advisory in place for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, for the foothills of the Blue Mountains of Morrow County, also for the Cascades. That goes from 4 p.m. on Friday to 10 in the morning on Saturday. And then for the Blue Mountains above 4,500 feet, that goes from 8 p.m. this evening to 7 in the morning on Sunday. Also a wind advisory in place for the Blue Foothills of Morrow County. That goes from 4 p.m. on Friday to 10 in the morning on Saturday. We are seeing data that's suggesting winds could gust upwards of 40 miles per hour. So that's just one of the many facets that we're tracking from this storm system. Right now, temperatures are cold, right around freezing. In fact, we're right at, if not below freezing for the Blue Foothills, 2 degrees above freezing in the Tri-Cities, right around that threshold in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. Here's your coatcast for today for the Tri-Cities. Obviously, I'm going with the heavy jacket for this morning, but come time for this afternoon into this evening, rain jacket stuff, as that's when we'll see the arrival of this next storm system. So for today, it's going to be cold. High temperatures about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now we start this half hour off with an exclusive report. Last year, Mabton City Council failed to pass a budget by the end of the year, and they spent 11 months of the year spending money without a plan. Our Emily Goodell tells us with less than 3 weeks left and no more meetings set, the council could be repeating history.
Mayor Rachel Ruelas called for a special meeting to be held Thursday night to pass the 2025 budget and amend the 2024 budget. But the meeting canceled after not enough council members showed up to make it legal.
I do want to thank Councilwoman Diana for showing up, Councilwoman Vera showing up, our attorney and our chief of police, and just so it's known and on the record that there is no quorum to go forward with this meeting, and that this was a very expensive meeting tonight. So with that, we will adjourn this meeting at 6:32. Thank you.
I called council member Sophia Sotelo, who says they didn't show up because they weren't given enough time to go through the changes. The city initially thought it was ending the year with over $1.2 million in the bank. But according to the proposed budget amendment, they're actually ending the year with under $1 million. Plus, concerns remain over the accuracy of the 2025 budget, which is just the 2021 budget adjusted for inflation. It remains unclear how much revenue the cemetery actually brought in in 2024. Because even the packet put together for the special meeting had the number at about $14,000 on one page and $20,000 on another. And it's still not clear why that number's projected to jump to $125,000 in 2025. Plus, still no explanation about why the mayor spent almost $3,500 on mayor supplies, what exactly that included, or why they're only budgeting $280 for the same supplies next year. And since they couldn't hold the special meeting,
we are going to go ahead and postpone that until further notice at a later date.
But with less than 3 weeks left in the year and no regular meetings planned, unless the mayor calls another special meeting and enough council members show up to hold it, and they all agree on what to pass, the city will be starting 2025 just like 2024, without having adopted a budget. In Mabton, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And Emily is also following up on concerns about whether the city followed state laws when hiring the new interim police chief / public safety director, one who reportedly hasn't passed a background check yet. And we'll update you on that as soon as we know more. But for now, you can find previous coverage on Mabton up on our website. In crime news this morning, a suspected vandal smashed windows and caused severe damage to several businesses, including the Justice Center in Yakima. This is video of the man using what appears to be a large rock, smashing the large windows of a Yakima business and then just walking away. Authorities say 6 businesses were hit by the suspect, including the Richard Zase Justice Center, Cowiche Canyon Restaurant, a Chase Bank, Olive Garden, and also empty business space near the Capitol Theater. Chase Bank with 3 windows out, Olive Garden also with at least 3 windows smashed, and owners showed up to the businesses that were hit, having to clean up broken glass and make quick repairs. Police say the vandal hit 6 businesses all within an hour. The Justice Center has been repaired to keep business going, but long-term repairs will need to be made for the others. And the Yakima Police Department released these pictures that'll be up on your screen shortly, and they say that this is the suspect, and police also say that this happened between the hours of 10:50 p.m. to 11:57 p.m., and this happened on Wednesday night. Now, the 6th annual holiday safety event by the Kennewick Irrigation District has officially wrapped up. Benton PUD, Benton County Fire District 1, Kennewick Police, WSU Master Gardeners, and Waste Management were all on hand, this so that people could speak with them and learn more information. There were also donations being collected for the Toys for Tots toy drive, and people in attendance also had the chance to get a free photo with Santa.
We kind of morphed it into a holiday safety event where the different organizations throughout the Tri-Cities can come and provide information on various safety topics. Like, for example, ours is canal safety.
We have some Christmas trees that we brought to show them what live Christmas trees potted look like. One that actually didn't make it, so what it looks like if they turn brown. So that if they have a potted tree or a cut tree, they need to water them often to be safe.
KID says this year's turnout for the event was excellent, and they're looking forward to next year. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Tri-City Americans lost their last 2 games at home, and we have the recap on how it went exactly and the dates on their next few games. We've got that coming up after the break.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
Hi, I'm Pastor Steve Winery from Calvary Chapel Tri-Cities. Christmas is coming up, and we're going to have a Christmas Eve service in our outdoor amphitheater. There'll be bonfires, candle lighting, Christmas caroling. It's going to be a family service, and we'd love to have you join us. If you do come, bring a chair and a blanket. If you don't want to brave the weather, we'll have an inside option with live streaming available. Hope to see you there.
Welcome to Nissan. Are you interested in
a test drive?
Absolutely. There's the all-new Kicks, the new V6-powered Frontier, and the Nissan Rogue. Consumer Guide's Best Buy 10 years in a row.
Finished with all your holiday shopping?
We are now. Hurry in to the Nissan year-end sales event. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months or get a low $279 per month lease on Rogue.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and cheeks and mouth and
skilled professionals helping you to be your best. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Give the gift of me time this year with a gift card.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
The Season of New Traditions sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Telluride EX with all-wheel drive starts at $44,699. Plus, get 5.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
We just love waking up holiday mornings with you.
Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Good morning, America. Happy holidays from all of us here at Good Morning America.
Let's get it.
It's snowing. Congratulations.
I think it's super fun.
I love it. That's a Grizzly offer right there.
Shark Tank tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Here is your ski report. I mainly just want to point out the base depths, as the new snowfall totals aren't necessarily 100% up to date. It's not my fault. I'm not saying it's anyone's fault, but it's just the way that the ski resorts report out the new snowfall totals. So just, take this with a grain of salt, but the base depth at Schweitzer, 36 inches. We'll take it down to Ski Bluewood, and the base depth here is at 15 inches. 1 inch of new snow is what they're reporting. And then for White Pass, I know they got more than this, but the base depth is at 24 inches, and that number is set to go way up into this weekend. Let's take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, starting off in Kittitas County. There will be a chance for a wintry mix today in the Kittitas Valley, especially into the afternoon and specifically for the early evening. Wind should be light in the Kittitas Valley, but up in the Cascades, they could gust out of the south and southeast upwards of 25 miles per hour. In the Yakima Valley, winds are going to be light overall for today. Highs are going to be into the mid-30s. It's going to be the same thing for the upper Yakima Valley in terms of maybe seeing some snowfall for the late afternoon to early evening. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, it's going to be cold today. Temperatures likely shy of 40 degrees, maybe just gracing that for Boardman and Hermiston, but we'll keep it as mostly rain, just a cold rain in the lower Columbia Basin. And then for the Blue Foothills, also just rainfall, temperatures in the mid-40s. Winds are going to be very blustery today up in the Blue Mountains, gusting out of the south and southeast upwards of 30 miles per hour. The winds will increase into tomorrow with the arrival of that next storm system, and I'll tell you all about that one coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your sports headlines this morning, the Tri-City Americans are looking to right their ship after dropping their last 2 games at home. Although the Ams haven't played poorly, losing the past 2 games only by a goal, but the boys thought they should have walked away with the win against Prince George as they held a 3-1 lead before captain Jake Sloan took a hard hit, an unsportsmanlike penalty, giving Prince George the power play, leading the way to the Cougars scoring 2 unanswered to tie the game and eventually winning in a shootout.
I think we just try to keep it fun here in the last little while and enjoy our time at the rink. Realize that we're only 3 or 4 days away now from having a good 10-day break where everybody gets to go home and enjoy that as well. So keep it lighthearted, have some fun, and everybody hopefully keep smiling.
Their next game is against the Rockets today at the Toyota Center. Then they hit the road for 2 more games before Christmas break. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, there's been a recall on some Stanley Cups, a recall regarding a lid malfunction. We have the details on which kind of cup coming up in your morning sprint. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full weather forecast.
These days, everyone wants their dollar to go farther. That's why you should come in a Costless Carpet. We buy directly from factories, eliminating the middleman and passing the savings on to you. Nobody beats our prices. Costless Carpet has a gigantic inventory of all the popular styles of floors: luxury vinyl, laminate, carpet, tile, exotic granite, marble, and quartz slabs. For the greatest selection at the lowest price, find your nearest Costless Carpet at costlesscarpet.com.
Where are you headed?
Where am I headed? Am I just gonna take what the market gives me? No, I can do some research.
You know, that's backed by JP Morgan's leading strategists, like us.
When you want to invest with more confidence, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
The buying season never ends at Broadmoor RV Superstore. Make this holiday one to remember with a new motorhome, travel trailer, or fifth wheel. Broadmoor RV continues to close out the 2024s to make room for the 25s. Your destination store in Pasco has the top brands in the industry, including Jayco, Montana Fifth Wheels, Coachman, Northwood, and Outdoors RV. Visit our huge campus and let us help you make memories for a lifetime this holiday season. Broadmoor RV Superstore, family owned and operated in Pasco.
Our pre-owned customers are anybody and everybody that needs a vehicle.
McCurry's been around so long. A lot of people bought their cars here, and then their kids bought their cars here. Our customers are somebody that wants to be able to come back to us after they buy that car for whatever reason.
We make sure that every vehicle that's coming through our shop has been thoroughly tested and checked.
It matters a lot. I see these cars all around. It's just a peace of mind that comes with knowing that we've been here so long and we'll continue to be here.
McCurley has a lot of master technicians. We have some that have been with their brands for 30 plus years, and McCurley just as long. We are going to be sharing the roads with these vehicles, which is one of the reasons we do take so much effort in making sure that they're going to be drivable for a long period of time.
So it's your daily journey, and so it's a lot more than just purchasing or something or a quick transaction. It's everything to people nowadays is what their car means to them. We're going to be here tomorrow to help you with whatever's on their car. Buying pre-owned with McCurley means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a Subaru certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Subaru.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Kraken, Lightning, 6:30 Saturday on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today, snow levels will generally be between 1,500 to 2,000 feet. Snow in the Cascades picking up around lunchtime. Maybe a snow shower in the upper Yakima Valley before 7 this morning, but a mostly dry start for the Valleys Basin and Blue Foothills and Mountains. But the wet weather starts to pick up into the afternoon across the map. And for tonight, snow levels going up to around 3,000 feet. Rain and snow coverage will peak during the mid to late evening. Maybe a quick burst of snow in the Kittitas Valley and upper Yakima Valley during the mid-evening, but back to rain by the late evening. Keeping it as rain tonight for Cabbage Hill, and will start to trend much drier across the map around midnight. Then for tomorrow, snow levels mostly hover around 3,000 feet. A dry start for the Kittitas Valley and upper Yakima Valley, but light showers elsewhere, including snow in the Cascades. Wet weather will start to pick up in intensity by the late a.m. to early afternoon, and we'll finally see that transition to snow by the late afternoon for Cabbage Hill. And then for tomorrow night, snow levels dropping back down to around 1,500 feet. Snow continues throughout the night for the mountains, but we'll see a drying trend across the board into the evening and overnight hours. Here's some of the snowfall totals that we're expecting over the next 48 hours. 6 to 12 inches of snow for Cascade passes, probably less than an inch for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. Not much doing for the lower Columbia Basin or for the Blue Foothills. Anywhere between 2 to 8 inches of snow for Cabbage Hill and Tollgate, with those higher totals being up towards Tollgate. Here's some of the water totals that we're anticipating for today and tomorrow. Pretty consistently between 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of water for the valleys and basin, between 1/4 to 1/2 for the foothills, between 1/2 to 3/4 for the Blue Mountains, and also between 1/4 to 1/2 for the Cascades. All right, we do have another storm system into Monday and Tuesday. We'll get a break in the action for Sunday, but another one into Monday and Tuesday. Just wanted to touch on temperatures real quick. A little bit warmer for this weekend, back to more seasonal stuff into next week. But for Monday and Tuesday, low snow levels again between 1,500 and 3,000 feet, but not much lowland snow. At least that's not what we're anticipating for now. A couple more inches for a Cascade and Blue Mountain passes. This one overall looking like a drier storm system. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A nice break in the action for Sunday before cold rain on Monday, maybe freezing rain by Tuesday morning. In Yakima, a cold and partly cloudy day for Sunday, then potentially dealing with more wet and wintry weather Monday through Wednesday. In Ellensburg, the same cycle as Yakima, cold and some sunshine for Sunday, then snow and freezing rain possible Monday through Wednesday. In Hermiston, a bit of a reprieve on Sunday before more cold rain impacts us on Monday. Another chance for freezing rain on Tuesday. And then for Walla Walla, maybe a shower or two lingers for Sunday, freezing rain possible Monday morning, then a cold rain for the rest of Monday and Tuesday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 5:49. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour. We're going to start off with the top 5 local stories you need to know this morning. A suspect breaks windows and causes severe damage to several businesses in Yakima. In this video, a man uses what appears to be a large rock to smash the windows, and then he walks away. Yakima police say the vandal hit 6 businesses all within an hour. This includes the Justice Center, Cowiche Canyon Restaurant, Chase Bank, Olive Garden, and also empty businesses near the Capitol Theater. Police say this happened between 10:50 p.m. to 11:57 p.m. Wednesday night. Washington State Patrol is looking for witnesses of a deadly car pedestrian crash from earlier this week. The crash happened in Toppenish on State Route 22, east of the intersection with State Route 97. If you saw a person walking along that area, reach out to detectives. They're also looking for these cars, a 2018 Subaru Legacy with damage to the front, also 2 white box trucks, and a 4-door red pickup with front end damage. All of these are there during the crash. Cleanup continues at the Les Schwab Tire Center in Yakima after a fire broke out on Tuesday. It broke out around 6:30 in the morning on First Street and caused nearly $500,000 in damage. It was contained to just one building, and the cause appears to be an electrical issue. Les Schwab is still closed, but it is expected to reopen on Monday. Attorney General Bob Ferguson announces that law enforcement across the state will be getting nearly $2 million to aid in gun violence prevention. 9 counties will be given part of the money, with the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office receiving $140,000 and the Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office getting $40,000. Also, the Hermiston Police Department is remodeling their police station. This means their headquarters will be operating out of other spaces while construction is going on. To reach an officer, you will now need to call this number, that's 541-567-5519, and click on option 1 to reach an officer. Also, the red phone at the front of the building is active at this time, but there will be no lobby access for now. Now to your national headlines this morning. Federal security officials are now saying that the mysterious drones over New Jersey might not be actual drones. They say they can't corroborate the reported sightings, and witnesses and some experts say the aircrafts don't look like drones because of how they move. Whatever they are, security agencies seem unable to explain or stop them. Also, some officials say they're not being picked up by traditional radar and police helicopters. The mystery has local and federal leaders demanding answers. President-elect Donald Trump has personally invited Chinese leader Xi Jinping to attend his inauguration in January. That's according to the incoming White House press secretary. Trump has also previously said that his communication with Xi is somewhat regular. Trump has not commented on whether Xi has accepted his invitation. Authorities in New York have executed 3 search warrants while investigating the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO. 2 of the warrants include a backpack found in Central Park and a burner phone found along the believed getaway route. Investigators previously searched the hostel where the suspect, Luigi Mangione, stayed the night before the killing, and they have searched the hotel room of the victim. Mangione was arrested and charged on Monday, and he will next appear in court on December 23rd in Pennsylvania. In your business news, Amazon is now the latest to donate $1 million to Trump's upcoming inauguration. Sources say founder Jeff Bezos is also planning to visit Trump within the next few days. Meanwhile, Facebook's parent company, Meta, also donated $1 million to the inaugural fund, and Bezos and Zuckerberg joined other tech leaders in trying to strike closer relationships with the incoming president. The Biden administration is slamming the brakes on bank overdraft fees. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau unveiled its finalized rule that places a $5 cap on penalties. That's a big drop from the typical $35 fee that many customers face when they pull out more money than is currently available. And this could save U.S. households roughly $225 per year. Some banking trade groups are saying this could cause future financial problems. United Airlines is teaming up with Apple to help you track your lost luggage. It's a new feature called Share Item Location. You could put an Apple AirTag inside of your luggage, and if it gets lost, you can create a link to your device's location inside the app, and then you can file a delayed baggage report and share it with the United app or by text. And that'll let United track your luggage in real time. And the Supreme Court is launching a program where the public can attend courtrooms through an online lottery. In the past, the court provided seats to the public on a first-come, first-served basis. This new pilot program will kick off in February, but the public can access the lottery for next year on the court's website now. And the deadline to submit is 4 weeks before each hearing, and applicants will be notified 3 weeks before the session by email. In your health news, more than 2.5 million Stanley travel mugs have been recalled due to a potential burn hazard that can be caused by a faulty lid. The recall involves all switchback and trigger action stainless steel travel mugs that are sold in the U.S. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says threads in the lids may shrink when exposed to heat, causing the lid to fall off during use. The CPSC says there have been 16 reports in the U.S. of recalled mug lids detaching during use, and that led to 2 burn injuries. And the affected mugs are in 12, 16, and 20-ounce sizes. They were sold between June 2016 and December of this year at various retailers, including Walmart, Target, and Amazon. And consumers are urged to stop using the mugs immediately or contact Stanley for a free replacement. All right, trending this morning, a politician running for New Jersey governor faked his Spotify Wrapped to show all Bruce Springsteen songs.
Interesting. Wrapped is Spotify's annual recap of users' listening habits. Now, Democrat Josh Gottheimer currently serves in Congress after he recently shared his list of top songs for the year. Some of the people who follow him on social media said it was fake. That's according to the New York Times.
And the font, numerals, and spacing in his list didn't seem consistent with the Wrapped images of Spotify that generates automatically. And the New Jersey Monitor highlighted the discrepancies, and Gottheimer admitted he had created the list.
However, he insisted he is a huge Springsteen fan. According to an image shared by his campaign, his real Spotify Wrapped includes The Boss in the top spot, followed by Billy Joel, Drake, Travis Scott, and Taylor Swift. I think he was ashamed of Drake and Travis Scott.
I think that's what it is, because everyone was like getting excited that they didn't have Drake on their list, the people that didn't have Drake, because, you know, whatever happened this year. But, I mean, I was proud to have Drake on my list. And, I mean, it's your music. It's what you like. Be proud of it. It's what you listen to. There's my 2 cents.
Yeah, but also I think we're hypocrites in that regard, because I said, I don't really know why Kanye's up there. And you said, yeah, I don't really know why Travis Scott is up there.
I do know why Travis Scott is up there, but...
Because of the one song.
Yeah, but yeah. I'm proud of my list.
Sure.
And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a fire at an apartment complex in Kennewick had people running out in the freezing cold with nothing but the clothes on their backs. We have the new information coming up in our 6 o'clock hour.
And even though it's a little slick out there for this morning, we're in a lull in the action, but I'll tell you when we're expecting more rain and snow, and that's going to be coming up at 6.